happen in Cape Town now. And it looks as if we might start the process of swearing in our new president, Cyril Ramaphosa, who's going to become president number 5 in South Africa. Let's try and listen in. All right, okay. There's still... oh, there we go.
The equipment.
All right, okay. They're still busy trying to figure out how they're going to do this. But in a few moments' time, we're going to see Chief Justice Mogoeng, I think, who's made himself available at short notice. Because a lot of what we're seeing today, a week ago, we didn't think this was going to be like this. At some point, I think like this time last week, we thought President Jacob Zuma would be delivering the State of the Nation address. And of course, dramatic events unfolded in the interim, culminating last night when we saw President Jacob Zuma. And I have to say, it was in the end quite an emotional farewell speech that he gave, a resignation speech that he gave. And in the last few sentences, one could see him choke a little bit with emotion. And today, well, we see a new chapter beginning in South Africa's history as Cyril Ramaphosa takes up the highest office in the land as the President of the Republic of South Africa, as I said, President number 5. And all of that's going to be happening in the next 4 or 5 minutes, I guess, as we see the officials starting to come through. Where's the Chief Justice walking through now with his regalia, and everybody standing up? Let's see if we can listen in a little bit to what's going on in Cape Town.
Please remain standing as we welcome His Excellency, the President-elect of the Republic of South Africa. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Typically of this country,
Speaker of the National Assembly, Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Honorable leaders of political parties, Members of Parliament, Dr. Tsepo Mutsipe and members of the Ramaphosa family, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, it is an honor and privilege to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion, the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect. It gives me great pleasure to respectfully invite the Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of South Africa, Chief Justice Mogoeng, to commence with the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect, the Honorable Chief Justice.
Program Director. Program Director, Director General in the Presidency, Dr. Lubisi. Your Excellency, the President-elect of the Republic, Mema Motsepe, Speaker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege to invite our President-elect of the Republic of South Africa to take an oath or affirmation, so I have to clear it out first. Your Excellency, is it going to be an oath or an affirmation? Oath. Maybe we should cross affirmation. I've heard some say, I swear, I affirm, just to avoid confusion. You have it, Your Excellency.
Yes.
Would you please rise, Mr. President-elect, and say after me? Okay. Let's commence. In the presence of everyone assembled here,
In the presence of everyone assembled here,
and in full realization of the high calling I assume
and in full realization of the high calling I assume
as President of the Republic of South Africa,
as President of the Republic of South Africa,
I,
Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa,
swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa
swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa
and will obey, observe, uphold, and maintain the Constitution and all other law of the Republic. And I solemnly and sincerely promise that I will always promote all that will advance the Republic and oppose all that may harm it. Protect and promote the rights of all South Africans. Discharge my duties with all my strength. And talents to the best of my knowledge. And ability. And true to the dictates of my conscience. Do justice to all. And devote myself to the well-being of the Republic. And all of its people. Would you please raise your right hand, Mr. President-elect, and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
All right, so there you have it. There's your new president of South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa becomes president number 5 in the democratic era. He's just been sworn in by the Chief Justice Mogoeng, and it does seem like that was a newish kind of oath, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the Chief Justice spent the night doing a bit of research, Peter, and he spent a lot of time writing that this morning.
Let's just hear what they're saying.
And it's my honor and privilege to congratulate the President of the Republic of South Africa. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. President. Mr. President, Chief Justice, the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Chairperson of the NCOP, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, leaders of political parties, the Ramaphosa family, distinguished guests, we have come to the end of the swearing-in ceremony. We thank you most sincerely for joining us. I kindly request you to remain standing to allow His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Honorable Chief Justice to take leave of us. We will announce the details about the meet at an appropriate ceremony.
Lisa's gonna slaughter.
Wow, so there you have it. Historic moments that you're living through. What a time to be alive, to witness some of these things. The swearing in of a new president. Cyril Ramaphosa will be president and for something like 18 months. Yeah. And for some, they'll consider this an audition for his own term, because this doesn't count as a term for him, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't legally, but I think Cyril Ramaphosa is under no illusion as to the task at hand. I think he's kind of rolled up his sleeves already and he's getting down to business. The thing that stands out for me today, Peter, he addressed the PAC. He addressed each individual leader in the National Assembly, and when he got to the PAC, he said to the leadership, he said, "We are not yet Uhuru."
Yes.
And for me, that kind of paints the idea that he knows exactly where we are and what needs to be done in the next year, 2 years, 10 years, in order for us to get back onto the path.
You're so right. And I think one of his key messages this afternoon was about unity. And he wasn't talking just about the ANC and unity within the party. He said to the DA leader, when he said, look, I'll see you next year, 2019, he says, no, I'll be seeing you more frequently and more often. Yeah. Because what he wants to start doing is a meeting of the leaders of the opposition parties more often, more frequently, to be able to create this cross-party cooperation and building the country as a collective.
Peter, I think you're spot on there. You know, it's we at times we feel like a nation that's been ripped apart. We have issues around race. We have issues around inequality. We have all these real afflictions that some say is holding us back, and we need a unifier. We need somebody that can start in the National Assembly and build unity from the House all the way out into our streets, and hopefully the first murmurings are right, and Cyril Ramaphosa is that man that's going to do it for us.
All right. So you've been watching these special pictures from Cape Town. You've just been witnessing the swearing in of the 5th president of the democratic era in South Africa. Cyril Ramaphosa is the new leader of our country. And this is where we're going to start wrapping up this special broadcast, particularly if you've been watching us on SABC2. We thank you so much for joining us. And we hope that you're optimistic as this new path begins. And I've got to ask you one big question, Evan. What time is it?
Question time. That's what's next here on Channel 404. Mpoteru will be with you shortly, but it's been great for me to be with you. A pleasure, Peter. First time I've ever worked with you on air.
Fantastic.
Great to work with the old legend, Peter Ndoro, for me today. Quite a treat. Nice to be with you as well after a long time off the box.